favorite projects I just recently have been wrapping up here. I don't know motorcycles, but I believe it's a 70s Yamaha 650, if I remember right. It was bobbed already. Who knows when. It looked like it was older build. There was another guy working on it, started into it, and he was doing some good work and wasn't able to finish, and I was available to do this. We got some more work to do on it. I did some mounts on a swing arm for him, and added some bungs to this and some other gingerbread and just some small stuff. It's been pretty cool. And he's gonna take it and finish doing some more mock-up for stuff. And we'll do a kickstand mount and some fender mounts on the swing arm and stuff for it. So but we'll show you what I did here. Added these bungs for his gas tank. I put these plates in. I made these filler plates here, and then I hammered both ends of these tube in because they were pretty off. And they stuck out pretty bulged up here, kind of wrapped around. I cleaned them up. Wanted it to look a little bit more even if you look at it straight on. This piece here I really enjoyed putting in. He had this made. This is just an awesome piece. I'd cope it down here with a hole saw. You can see that's what we got going on there. Clamped it up in a drill mill and chopped it. But I put some on back here. This was just an open hole. I welded a plate to this on the bench and then fit it in here, welded all the way around here. I'd reshaped this, brought it down into it, so it came right to the ends of where I needed to weld. And I wanted to leave these little gaps in here because I thought that was part of, just keeping with this piece and how cool it come out and how it has the gaps. So I didn't want to weld fully across that and fill that in or anything where I welded, so give it a little bit more definition. These here I welded up around. These ends weren't welded at all. You can see where this tube was slid down onto this tube coming up, and this was just the only welds down through where it was split, inside and outside. I welded these motor mounts up, engine mounts, capped these off, welded these little plates in here to fill that in. This was all big gap in here, just had some tacks. This is where the gaps were. I filled all those in. I re-welded a lot in here. This was just had a couple stitches in there. Smoothed it all out. I think it come out pretty good. This is some of the stuff that was already done on it. And what he's going for is clean, rugged still, so he left a lot of the original bob that was on it. I started just kind of blending things in. Didn't get too crazy. This little corner piece I added in here, this was a factory gusset. It had these fatter welds on it. I laid this plate in and I had it all nice and flat welded, and I thought, well, I'd grind these down, but I think that it gives it more depth and character, so I fattened these up, give it that little bit of shape going on there. Put these bungs in for him. I think he's going to put a magneto in there. I think that's for the coil. Put the stud on. This plate had wrapped around and joined all this tubing in. It was just stitched across the bottom and had a weld coming up through here. These ears had ears like this, swept up around, and I was going to weld them, and I just got to looking the transition between this tube and this tube. I thought it was going to look way better, so I just opted to cut them off, get them out of there, weld up around, re-welded down through here. I put this bung in, it's welded 100% all the way down in. Pretty wild in there, welding over top of some other shit. There's some porosity in some of the stuff, and I redid these welds here. Welded all the ends up, smoothed them off. Definitely pretty cool. I'm excited to continue to do some more work on this for him as he goes along till it's done. That was the other thing I welded there for his relay. It was up here. It hung out past underneath the tank. Kind of wanted to hide it, so we brought it back and I raised it up a little bit so you can't really see it when the tank's on. Yeah, fun project. Definitely fun.